Hey guys, it's Paradise, and of course we've got 2-6 as well. And real Monster Hunter fans are up right now. It's like 4 a.m. but we've got some massive reveal that's about to go down. So as you can see, we've got TGS open here as we wait. But it should be some really cool stuff with the Scarlet Forest. We're kind of assuming we may see some more Arekkz as well, or at least some more fights in the Scarlet Forest area, maybe against Uthduna or something like that. But we'll just have to wait and see for what exciting stuff is in store for us. Welcome everybody that's here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the videos that went out yesterday as well. We had some spicy sword and shield and heavy bowgun gameplay that we went through. We also touched on the hot topic of the community at the moment with the PC specs. So if you want to get our take and opinion and the rundown on all that stuff, it's on the channel. But for now, we're going to be sort of waiting for this next Monster Hunter reveal to start. So welcome everybody. Obviously, let us know if you have any questions in chat. And 2-6, how you feel about this one?
How am I feeling? I've just woken up. I'm just trying to get like how am I like how am I up at the moment? I feel like 4 o'clock is when I get my good sleep. So, you know, the Monster Hunter hype is like real when your boy's up at like 4:30 in the morning grinding to try and make sure that you guys are getting that stream for you guys. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. This is a big stream as well because it's a new area. That means we're probably gonna get a look at actual gameplay of the new monsters. So that's like Uthduna. That is the chicken in this area.
The chicken will be in the first area. So the Chematries is a like a Windswood Plain monster. But here's the thing. It's seamless. We know they can run around.
In the Scarlet Forest for us to find out then as well. So there might be more monsters that might randomly pop up because sometimes when they're doing these like live demos, unless it might be actually recorded or pre-recorded footage, we might see something else. We might see some returning monsters or something like that, which would be pretty cool.
I definitely think it's possible there's more, like, because there's definitely not just the couple that's been revealed for the Scarlet Forest.
Yeah.
So yeah, there may be some whole new monster reveals. And like I said before, my bingo card has like Arekkz like as the as the center point. Like if we could just see maybe a hunt against him or some more gameplay, get some moves. We're kind of theorizing on if he's got like another like powered up state or what his unique mechanic is going to be. Because if you think of like Nogagonte, he had like the spikes that grow and harden and shed. So it'll be interesting to see if Arekkz does have, like, I expect he has some kind of unique mechanic. But how is everyone? What's everyone expecting or hoping to see more of in the stream today? Put your guesses in the chat. And guys, if you are enjoying the streams, the Monster Hunter videos that we have for you, the latest news and all that kind of stuff, make sure you drop a like below because it really does help us out, particularly on streams like this. So if you are enjoying, make sure to show some support with that like button. And I appreciate everybody for showing up today and joining with us. And what time is it in everyone's time zone? How many people are UK? Because it's super early here. But I'm not sure what time it is in the US and stuff like that. So what time is it for you guys? A lot of laggy Arekkz coming in the chat too. 2-6.
I think that might be the big reveal, to be honest, because it just makes so much sense that he would be in an area like this, and it would be such a win for them. So Laggy turning up right at the end, maybe them not hunting it, but like him being in the background, you seeing a little cutscene or whatever, is probably something that could be a little bit of spice there for them to add and surprise us. But someone was saying that haven't we seen everything in the trailer? Because this is a live demonstration, we'll get to see little nuances. We'll probably get to see the woodwoods in their little section. We get to see how the section connects, how the downpour interacts and changes the map. So it's going to be a decent stream. We don't know how long it is, right? I'm not too sure.
We're expecting around an hour. But who knows? It could be more, it could be less. But I would imagine that around 50 minutes an hour is sort of the standard. We got some times coming in 2-6. There is people watching from all over the world. We got PMs, we got AMs. There's actually a lot more AMs than I thought there would be. So it's good to see our UK and EU hunters out there. It looks like it's not too bad for what I'm assuming is the US hunters. It's like sort of like 10, 11 PM for them. That's pretty cool. Yeah, a lot of laggy Arekkz on the bingo card as well. Which, to be fair, here's the thing. Everyone wants laggy to return, but now that they've showed the downpour, they've showed Uthduna like swimming through the deep water, jumping into the shallow water where you fight it. It's a Leviathan. It's definitely. I think it's definitely possible. I don't think that they. Like. What do you think? I don't think they need full underwater combat to put laggy in the game. You know.
Not at all. Not at all. I think it will be kind of disappointing in a way if he is without the underwater combat, but they've done like Ufdun, and Ufdun is like smoothing around in that water, creating waves and tidal waves. So, yeah, it's definitely possible.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people are saying they just want to see monsters. They just want to see hunting, and I think that's where we are as well. We've seen a lot of Windsward Plain, and we've seen a lot of the Shagama and Chatakabra hunts now. So it'd be really cool to
Wait.
just see a hunt in a new area.
1 second. Someone in the chat said that we want Plesioth back. Could we ban that person, please? What was her name? Christopher Patrick. Could we ban that?
What? It was satire, right? Was there /s? If there wasn't, then I don't. Oh no. Oh yeah, Lala Brina. Maybe we'll see, because that's like one of the marquee Scarlet Forest monsters. So I'm expecting we probably will see some more Lala Brina. I think the armor set for Lala Brina looks really cool as well, and the weapons are definitely some of the most unique. Maybe we'll finally get the reveal of whatever the monster is that the hammer armor set was using, the Plague Doctor one, because that's one of the few remaining mysteries that we have, I think, in terms of like what's been shown to what's been revealed.
Gobble. Yeah, bring back Gobble. Gobble's cool.
I mean, is that the Sans Dark one?
Sand kind of fish that like goes and sucks in everything.
Well, there's a lot of sand. Well, and that's the thing as well. The Balahara have been doing that quicksand trap. Like, they've clearly got mechanics and systems in place to like mess with the sand and sort of change up the environment. So it could happen. I'm just saying, it could happen. You don't think Great Jaggy's coming back? Here's the thing. Chatakabra and, like, to be honest, Yankutku that was revealed the other day in the trailer are kind of like two of those beginnery kind of monsters. So I don't know if Great Jagras has like a place in terms of what's been revealed so far. Because Great Jagras is just like your beginner monster, like your punching bag. I mean, we've got Chatakabra, we've got Yankutku, we've even got Alpha the Shagama, which kind of also is an earlier monster. So
Always get Gobble and Nibble stuff mixed up. They're both fishes. They're both fish stuff.
Yeah. Zamtrios. Oh, I actually really like Zamtrios in stories. So are we just naming like water monsters though? Like, now that we've seen one is other water monsters. I guess maybe is ice, right?
Yeah.
Oh, 2-6 your favorite Monster Hunter Puzzles.
Monster Hunter Puzzle.
Is this out now? Is anyone playing this? Is anyone playing Monster Hunter Puzzles? I'm not gonna lie. This bit doesn't look like my kind of game.
This is what you love.
It's got like a village to make, right?
It's throwing me off because the art style is kind of like Stories. I want Stories 3.
Stories 3 would be incredible. Surely we'll get a story. I think Stories 2 did good for them. Obviously, it's not going to be massive. So hopefully we will get Stories 3.
They released it on everything, so it must have done well. They're just like, we're going to release it. You know it's coming for the Switch 2 whenever that's announced as well. So, yeah.
Someone says, dear God, Monster Hunter Puzzles looks awful.
Some people just hate, like, mobile games, like, completely. This is not for, like, hardcore Monster
No, definitely
Hunter
not.
fans. It's for a different crowd, and it serves a different purpose. It's to get people into the franchise and then start playing the main game so they can actually make some money. But people are like, no, it should not exist.
Yeah, like you say, it's for a totally different crowd of people. Like, if you think of people that play, like, Candy Crush and stuff, it's obviously a different demographic,
Yeah.
but, you know, there's Monster Hunter games for everyone in that sense. Although the real Monster Hunter games are the actual games that we're here for. So it looks like we've got probably, I don't know, I'm expecting the stream to start a little bit before the time, and we'll probably have a countdown, so maybe like five or so minutes, maybe 10 minutes. It is peak Monster Hunter World Monster Hunter Puzzles. So yeah, let's just recap real quick. So ideally some Arkveld gameplay, some Lala Brina gameplay, possible new monster reveals for other monsters that are in the Scarlet Forest. Kind of hoping to see the monster that gives the Plague Doctor armor set for the hammer, as I think that's now the only armor set that we don't know exactly what it comes from. And based on the Switch Axe, again, maybe the Switch Axe armor set as well, because the Switch Axe armor set's kind of like a bug or a crab or something, so that could be a Scarlet Forest monster. So maybe we'll see that as well. You're hoping to get a sniper fish monster and a monster based off Jersey Devil. Yo, look at this Palico chair.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Okay, for real, has anyone got one of these kind of gaming chairs, and are they actually comfortable? Because I want the Palico chair, but I'm going to be sat in that chair for hours every day, so it's got to be There's a Zinogre one too? It's got to be comfortable, though. I'm not willing to risk it to, like, spend the money.
Much where they just put, like, the monster icon on the actual thing, though. Like, I like it when there's, like, a little bit of, like...
Flair
to it, you know? Just to make it feel a little bit distinct from each other. But when they just slap the logo on, you know that it's coming for your money. That it's like...
Someone says they suck. They're not great. I guess the consensus is they're not super comfortable. Yeah, I think if you're really wanting to look after yourself, you do have to get like a proper office chair, just for the lumbar and the comfort. Dragon's Dogma 2. I can't believe there hasn't been any like DLC news. They're bad for comfort and ergonomics. See, that's my worry. That needs to be the top priority. Yeah, Dragon's Dogma 226. It was fun while it lasted.
It was good. It was good. Not what I expected. As someone that hadn't played like Dragon's Dogma before, it wasn't what I was expecting when I delved in. It was a bit finicky when it came to the gameplay systems, but it's still very enjoyable doing stuff. And going around, especially when you like encountered like big beasts and you were chopping them down. The dragon, when it spoke to you, epic times.
Yeah, one of the things that a lot of people were saying, which I think was kind of true, is they didn't use the big dragon as much as they did like in the original, because you had a few encounters with it. That was always pretty cool. And you had the big boss fight at the end, which was, I also think the boss fight at the end of like the original Dragon's Dogma is a little bit more spectacular than the last boss, but the Unmoored World was kind of made up for it because you at least got a lot going on in that.
Yeah. I'm trying to keep track of the other stream, but they haven't actually gone live on the English stream yet, making it very difficult to tell. But the TGS one is live. We're expecting 2 different streams. Currently, we're viewing the Japanese TGS stream, but supposedly the CMs, Jono and Joe, will be doing a English dub for us, so we'll be able to see stuff, and that will be good. Because I think they've got all the notes of like what they're actually going to be looking at and all the insight. I know back in the day, like the old community managers used to do that as well and go through everything that was displayed on the Japanese version, giving us more insight, and actually had a longer stream afterwards because they would do a little Q&A with additional stuff as well. So super interesting to see what we will actually get there and what information that they have for us.
Yeah, so we're keeping an eye out for the sort of official Monster Hunter stream with a bit more English insight. But they're not live yet, so we'll have to wait and see how things pan out. Either way, we're going to see some good gameplay. Dragon's Dogma 2 needs some more love. Yeah. I think the latest news on Dragon's Dogma 2 was the game director Itsuno is moving away from Capcom to explore other ventures, which is quite interesting. So it will be very interesting to see what is in store for Dragon's Dogma 2 if they do go ahead with any like DLC expansions, and also just how those will go down since the game director will have changed if that's the case.
Will Zenoga return? I feel like every monster on that top 10 list of monsters will return at some point in the life cycle of either Wilds or expansion, because that's probably why they do those lists. So to get people back in, they know which monsters are gonna do pretty well. That's why there's probably a high likeliness that Laggy will come back. What else was on the top list, right? It was like Nurg twice.
Yeah, Nagakuga's probably up there. Yeah, Nergigante would actually be I don't know if we're going to see Nergigante in this, because...
Yeah, that's the sad one, right?
He's a flagship of World.
The flagships do come back, though. They do come back.
But Nergigante... Maybe he will, and I would love it. But can you remember exactly? Because I think Nergigante's whole thing was that he was like an elder dragon that like eats and goes after other elder dragons, right?
Yeah.
So I guess there's a possibility. He's like a bit of an invading kind of species as well. So Nergigante is one of my favorite like more recent monsters, I guess. He's just super fun to fight, and the whole like spike mechanic is fun to play around when you like break the spikes and you get the big knockdown. So hopefully he's there. What other monsters are on people's top list to come into Wilds?
I'm not even excited about like the monsters coming to Wilds. I'm just excited for like the collabs and stuff. Like I remember when we were playing like World or even Rise to an extent, but Rise didn't have as many like sick collabs. You would see the collab come in, and then you'll be like, "What?" Oh, it had like some sick trailers, like in combination with the new monsters that we're getting. I feel like they need to rekindle that excitement and have some like really good like collaborations in the pipeline.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely expecting a lot of like Capcom IP collabs, but I'm hoping they really lean into the extra ones, because The Witcher, Final Fantasy 14, and all that kind of stuff in World really did make it quite special. I'm also hoping that they will go down the sort of route of adding things in like Kolv Taroth, like the Safi fight, like Alatrion, and that stuff might be after like the sort of G rank style expansion, which I'll be fine with as well, as long as they sort of add them in at some point. Luna Garen, that's an interesting one, yeah, because that's even more recent, so that would be really cool, sort of werewolf style. Drops Electron into the trash, you can stay there. I mean, I would like to see Electron return, but if they do it, it would be probably after the G rank, basically, because it's kind of a super end gamey monster.
The Capcom stream should be starting in approximately 7 minutes or so. We should be getting the start of the stream and the footage then. And as I said just now, there should be a Japanese one and an English one, with the Japanese one being like the direct like translation, the direct like words of the developers, and then a translation in the English version going out with Jono and Joe, the American CM.
Espinas would be cool to get again. I wonder what the philosophy is sometimes with the way that they handle like what monsters will make it back and won't, because obviously that was in like Rise Sunbreak. So is that gonna? Yeah, I just don't. I'm not sure their philosophy in terms of like if they just had it in the last title, will it be a top priority to get it in the next one, or do they purely go off like the popularity of the monsters?
I think so. They said that just because the monster's popular. I don't think they do things just because they're popular anyway. They just kind of just do what they want, and their own like design philosophy is what they've said in various interviews. They said even if World is big and Wilds is big, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to even continue that style of game, and that's a big one for them. Maybe they're just yapping because basically if you're looking at like 20 million sales
for like 20 million plus, then I don't know if they'll leave that on the table. And obviously with Wilds, they've gone back to this style. So
I mean, you
I
know,
don't know. You can say something, but doesn't mean it's true.
it's pointing in that direction. A lot of people saying Celtus Queen, and I saw a couple Gammoths. I think if there is a snowy area, Gammoth could definitely be on the cards. And Celtus Queen, I have this hunch that there is definitely going to be some kind of insect monster, whether it is like Celtus or not. We'll have to see. I'm expecting an insect or crab or scorpion monster of some kind.
Not have the crab monsters. The crab monsters are like too iconic to not have in there, and they're just fun to fight as well. Like when you're learning, particularly for the longsword, when you're learning how to play longsword, they're very telegraphed in their moves, so it's a really good training dummy for longsword users.
Well, that's the thing as well, actually. The Scarlet Forest is definitely a zone that could support a crab monster. It's got the water, it's got like the shallow, the deep water, it has the downpours, there's a lot of like moisture, humidity.
Claire asked how much monsters are we expecting in the game. So I think they said that in terms of content, it'll be similar to World, and I think World had like 30 or something. I'm expecting a bit more monsters though for this one. So yeah, probably around 30, 40. Maybe they might go a bit of ham though, because I know people were disappointed with the small roster of base worlds, like monster roster. So maybe they've been able to pull some skeletons from World this time because they've had them more established and all of like the textures have been upgraded for like World and stuff. So it might be a bit easier for them to pull through that stuff from World and Rise to this system, you know, in engine.
Yeah, I know. I'm feeling the same way. I think we can probably expect between 30 and 40. Obviously, more would be preferable. But I like to go in underestimating so that I'm pleasantly surprised. So if I'm really honest with myself, probably 30. And if we get more than 30, then I'll be even more happy. But 30 to 40 would be a good start. Are we expecting a coastal area, or do you think it's wrapped in with the Scarlet Forest? It's a very good question. I feel like we've got like a lot of sand in the
Other stream
Windswood.
is live now, so
Oh, fantastic. All right, let's see what Jono and Joe have in store for us. Oh. They are live. You can see some
Test
Twitch
stream.
chat. Oh, test stream 0919.
Oh no, they're on their struggle. You might want to have the Japanese one as backup so you don't miss anything.
I've got it in another tab. Oh wait, did they just go down?
Oh no.
All right, we'll go back to the Japanese one, but keep an eye. It says live though.
Yeah, maybe we hit refresh on that one and see. Oh, there we go.
Oh, here we go. It still says test stream, but this should be it.
I might need to tell you to like adjust the volume, by the way, because on is it gone down
I
again?
had the other one quite low. Has it gone down
It's
again?
also ready on YouTube. Is it on YouTube a Monster Hunter?
I mean, I've got the TGS stream through Capcom on YouTube open, so we do have that here if we need it. Look,
There's a YouTube one on the official channel as well.
Oh, okay. We'll just get this open then while we wait for the Twitch one to figure itself out.
The Twitch one's like better quality though, right?
It usually is better, and it usually actually has less delay as well.
Yeah.
So we will try and do the Twitch one if we can. If not, we'll fall back to the old YouTube one. Oh. The YouTube one is a black screen anyway, so it's the same. I think they're doing it's the same feed, you know.
Yeah.
So I think we'll actually stick with the Twitch one just because usually that has lower latency and it's usually a little bit higher quality for you guys as well. So we'll try we'll try the Twitch one. But starting soon, a little TGS watch party. It'll be good to see some of Jono and Joe. They are definitely having some technical difficulties.
If not, we'll just translate for you guys. We're fluent
Right?
in
Like
Japanese.
I'm expecting it to actually like start around now as well. So, you know what? So that does say starting soon. We'll just keep that in the background for a sec. But has anything actually started over on the Capcom channel while we wait?
It has.
Oh.
Hello.
Oh wait. They are up. They're up.
They're up.
How's the volume, 2-6?
It's alright. It's alright.
All right, I think we're live. Are we
I
live?
think we're live. I think we're
Yeah.
here, bright and early,
You are
or
live,
nice
guys.
and late, depending on where you are in the world.
Yeah, this is a pretty interesting undertaking that we're doing, taking a Japanese stream and having some live English commentary. But I guess we should start with some intros. Hey everybody, I'm Joe. I'm one of the Capcom USA community managers on Monster Hunter. And Jono, want to introduce yourself bright and early in the morning?
Oh yes, bright and early. So yeah, it's a nice, cool 5 a.m. here, and I'm Jono. I am the EMEA community manager for Monster Hunter, or one of part of the team. And yeah, it's awesome to be here. As you said, it's super exciting to be watching live from TGS 2024 for some more Monster Hunter Wilds goodness.
Yeah, this is going to be a pretty special stream. We're going to be showing some live gameplay, or actually the dev team is going to be showing, and we're going to be watching alongside them. They're going to be showing some pretty cool stuff straight from TGS, from the stage floor. And John, what are we taking a look at today?
Oh, well, yeah, so we're going to see world first gameplay of the Scarlet Forest. Now, there we have it. We have got Monster Hunter Wilds producer Ryozo Sugimoto. We've got Monster Hunter Wilds director Yuya Takuda. And we also have Monster Hunter Wilds executive director and art director Kaname Fujioka. So you've got quite an elite hunting team up on stage, am I right?
Yeah, pretty incredible. This is a great team, and yeah, let us know if everybody's like able to hear the audio and everything. You're about to see gameplay in a little bit, but the team is just doing their intros.
So
right
I can't actually hear the actual audio of the original stream. I don't know if they just have it a little too quiet on their
Yeah,
side
it's been
of
a
their stream.
pretty
So hopefully they do
busy
some
time
balancing
for the team, right? With
Just like,
man,
what
this
is
week has
this
just
now?
kind of like flown by with all the stuff that we've been seeing.
I think, yeah, if the audio doesn't get like balanced, I think we
Okay,
may
let us know
actually
if that should
switch
be coming
over
through.
to the TGS stream just because we want to be able to hear the audio and like the fighting and the monsters roaring and all that.
Yeah, and we can
You
just kind of
stage
break
audio
down what we're
now.
saying.
Nice.
Alright.
Okay, it's a little bit low.
こちらですね。はい、2月の来年、2025年の2月28
Yeah, thanks
ど
everybody
you
for
think
bearing
it
with
has
us.
captions as well
世界
over
同
on
日
the?
発売となっております
I don't think they could
で
do
こち
like
ら
live
こちらが
caption.
メインビジュアルというかパッケージのビジュアルとなっておりまして、まあ今回のメイン
And there's our key art with the release date.
Hey Kim Nix,
Oh,
appreciate
February
it.
28th.
Welcome.
Sooner than you realize, you know.
Yeah, yeah. It'll be here quick, but you know, there's still some time towards launch, so
First mic is dying.
pretty excited.
You did get that Capcom equipment.
最初は何からいきましょうか。
はい、ま
It
ずは
looks
ですね
like Ryozo's hand has
公開させてもらった
been
that the plushie
by
on
that
Ryozo's
plushie
arm,
he's
the
got.
Yoko Cube.
Yeah, he's got a Puma top as well. I really
Oh,
want
looks like
that.
we're taking a look at
Literally
the
ordered it
most
yesterday.
recent trailer that aired. I think a lot of people have already seen this already, but
Is
yeah,
it just me or is
maybe we
Joe's
can just
mic
kind of, like,
super
recap.
loud and Jono's mic's
This
kind
was
of
our
quiet?
fourth trailer that aired twice. So it aired at State of Play and then also aired at the Capcom online program for TGS, extended version of that, right?
Yeah, it's looking awesome. It's nice to drop the the new trailer and then for a cheeky little director's cut just a day or two after.
Yeah, special.
You know what? I just want to see what the. Let's go live on this one.
Like they ain't saying anything new or insightful.
Sorry, Jono and Joe. We love you guys, but I think I just couldn't. The audio quality was just getting to me. You know what I mean?
これまあ後でも実機でねお見せしますので
Yeah, but hey, we can see obviously
実機の
Ufduna
ニュースは初めてになりますので
and all of that stuff
ご期待して
popping
いただ
off.
け
And
れば
this
と思っておりますと
is showing like
はいです
the
ね
changes between
はい
like the weather and all of that good stuff. I can't wait to get into Hopefully,
So-
they've expanded on that
ちょ
system.
っと笑っちゃった。
This is the fourth trailer that we had revealed just recently. It'll be and then they revealed an additional extended cut with the uncut coup coming back if anyone had missed that. So be interesting to see what monsters. Hopefully we can see more than the uncut coup in the actual gameplay that we're going to be getting today.
Yeah. Then we get to see the Woodwards, the new boys, and the Palicos carrying their huge chunk of meat.
You know, at 2.6 we've talked about it a lot. I love the look of the Woodwards, right? And we featured them in a few videos now. I haven't seen one person comment about them. No one cares about the Woodwards. I'm the only one. I think they're nice. They're the Grimalkins. They give you Palico equipment. But no, I haven't seen a single comment talk about the Woodwards.
Number one Woodward
手間
fans.
取りしてるモンスターなんですけど、ちょっとまあ
Bring
今
back
回
our good boy Dodogama?
映って
Yes.
ないですけど、
Yes.
映ってないですけど、あの時のあいつが出てくる時の登場シーンの
What are
ア
you
イ
guys
ルがめ
feeling
ちゃめ
about
ちゃ
the
可愛いんで
the flagship Arc Veld as
ご
well?
期待くだ
You
さい。
guys liking the look?
はい、いろんな
We asked on Twitter who would win in a turf war Arc Veld
今回の
or
メインモンスターのアルシュベル
Nergigante,
ド
and I think
なん
most
です
people were
この曲の
leaning
PV の
towards Nerg because he's a
がアルシュベルドの
Elder Dragon
BGM をベースに作ってまし
Slayer.
て、僕いろんなモンスター作ってますけど、
We don't know
歴
much
代
yet.
モンスターの BGM の中でもトップレベルに好きな曲に
Yeah, hopefully we actually learn properly about Arc Veld because there's definitely some kind of
今回ストーリーにかなり
there's definitely more to it than what we've seen,
関わ
right?
ってるので、まあそ
Or
の
it
ドラ
feels
マ
like
性
that
もちょっと
anyway.
BGM に乗ってるので、すごくこうドラマ性のあるいい BGM になっております。はい。
はい。で、イアン・クックですね。これ
ね。
はい、先日。
You made your profile picture a
職
Woodward
員室ですか？
noise.
職員室です。
You're not alone, Paradise. You're not alone.
Someone appreciates the Woodwards.
先生たち
Yeah.
はい。
はい
So that was the new
というわけで
extended cut version.
なってます。ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。
Yeah, we can't do captions
はい、
on
ま
the
ず
live
は映
stream.
像から見ていただきましたが、今日は実機のプレイもやはり皆さん楽しみにされているかと思います。
早速行きましょ
お願いします。
う。こちらで時間を使った方が多分いいと
Ah,
思
they're
い
getting
ます
set up now
Right.
and ready to go.
そのためにサクサク進めてきました。
Let's go.
はい。
あまり余計なこと話すなって言われてますから
Is this
ね。
going to be Tokura playing then?
じゃあ
It looks like
今
it.
用意中です。
We trust in Tokuda, so
今日結構たくさん見せて
Give us some
くれ
good
るんですか
gameplay.
内容的に。
まあそう今日まあ
look
見せれ
at
る範囲
all
内で
those
お願いい
chickens.
たします。
追い
Look
かけ
at all
切り替えていただいて、
those
はい。
chickens.
おーですよね。
Oh, here we go. We got actual icons. We're actually in the city, in the village. I don't think that we've ever seen this apart from snippets in the trailer. Okay, so we got the village, we got the usual exclamation marks like pretty much everywhere.
拠点とフィールドの間
I
が
might just turn it down
どの
a
端に
little.
移動できるようになってい
The,
ます。
the volume balancing.
で、私有の状態は皆さんお昼の、時間帯をお見せしていると思うんですけど
Looks different.
も、これは夜
Is
明
this
け
just the
前
time
の
of day?
状態
It does. I was going to say that it does look different, but it must just be the time of day. It was the same village that you start in the actual demo, but they had a lot more in there. It looked like there was definitely a lot more icons and a lot more stuff going on.
Oh, this build looks so much further along than the demo that we're playing. Like,
装飾モンスター逃げていってます
It
ね。
really does.
北条家はあまり群れないんですよね。どちらか
そうです
Wait,
ね
I'm trying to
群れ
get.
に
Oh yeah,
くく
they've
なっ
got
て
some
ます
Valahara on there. Hey, they got the
このように
Chemetries.
広さだった
They
りと
got
か
the Alpha Shikuma and Chashikabra. So yeah, these are all the monsters that have been revealed for the Windswood Plains, and we expect to see. So we're gonna see a Chemetries
これ
hunt,
が先ほど
or at least some of it.
出ていた
Oh, you know what they get? 2-6. They're gonna do the seamless walk over to the Scarlet Forest,
yeah,
right?
we'll finally get to see it.
Surely.
Yes,
金を知った行動をしてるんですけど、それをすると
they were like, we know performance is an issue. Yeah, go
生ま
on.
れましたね。
Wow, the detail on the actual like back bits of like
今回
Yeah.
ワールドみたいに
So
痕跡を貯めて調査ポイント貯めなくても
It looks like I actually really like the design of it as a monster, and the fact that it can do fire is just extra cool as well.
素材とかを入手できる機会になります。
oh, this one like breathes fire and like spits stuff with
ちょっ
its
と今
tail
回
as
ですね、
well.
本当に開発
You can see the monster, the hunter's not actually on full health at the moment.
夜明けです。
何か変なこと
Oh, he didn't eat his food, so he's not got his max health and stamina.
今言うの。 ちょっと一絡みやりましょう。
So he's using luring
ケ
pods.
マトリスはですね、
Is he he's going for the vine trap
ブリ
maybe?
ンク色というか、モンスターの死体を、
Look at the freaking ambiance, the atmosphere, like
The atmosphere, it looks so much better.
It's like
now. I don't know what they've
sunrise.
done between this build. This is why you can't really judge things on like initial builds, because this looks so much more polished already.
言ってしまえばこうライバル関係というか、対立関係にある
It really does, and
ですので、非常にまあ
it looks really smooth as well. It looks way smoother than the demo we played, as he's moving around. Oh, he's getting ambushed by the, the little guys.
Yeah, that's one of the things about the kind of endemic life and the ecology of the world as well. So it's all like simulated. So even the small monsters can kind of get together and jump on the other monsters as well. So it's super interesting that can happen and pop up. It's not going to be just the big monsters fighting off against each other in turf wars, and even in the turf wars back in the World and Rise, they kind of were predetermined, but now they've made it so that it isn't predetermined. But here, I think we're actually going to see the transition between going between the Windward Plains and the Scarlet Forest, because now all the locales are basically linked together directly, and you can walk between them without that loading screen, so you don't need to go back to camp and do that. You can kind of go do these little paths and go between a big locale into another, and each locale has their own unique weather patterns as well. So while the Windward Plains has the sand tide, the Scarlet Forest has the downpour. So, and that's where the apex monsters usually appear as well.
Just turn it down ever so slightly. Yeah, completely agree everything you're saying there. It's kind of unknown because we saw like one quote or interview, right, about the inclemencies being possibly like almost unlocked as you go through the zones. So the way that the interview was worded suggested that as you unlock extra types of weather events in the other zones, they can happen in other zones. So imagine like a downpour in the Windward Plains or a sand tide in the Scarlet Forest, but obviously we need to wait for a bit more confirmation on that. But that was something that we have read. But we're waiting for a bit more information. But here you can see we've made the transition now into the Scarlet Forest. We've already got a Larbarina there, and now he's just running around. I'm actually really interested to see more of what this zone is like. A lot of water, shallow water. Oh, the like piranha-y kind of fish monsters here. I'll also point out as well, the greatsword that he's using looks like a basic greatsword, or a metal one. But it has blue sharpness, which I don't think we've seen that before, so that's kind of cool to see.
Oh yeah, we've mostly had like green sharpness weapons in a demo so far, right?
Mm-hmm. Is that a second lullaby? That's a different one than the one he ran past a minute ago. 200 on the freaking sneak attack. And then 111. That suggests that sneak attack may be like around the 2 times multiplier, similar to sleep wake up. So that's pretty cool to see. Oh, he's using rations and stuff to get his max because he didn't eat.
Wait, did rations give you both back? Did they change that in a game pass?
I feel like they were stamina, but I didn't see if he popped a max potion as well. It happened kind of quick.
Wow, it looks so pretty.
So if these little red bits touch you, I think they paralyze you.
Yeah. It's just jumping around.
Oh, so you got to hit multiple. So he hit 2 there, and it triggered the paralysis.
Wow.
Oh, it's a cool looking monster. It looks super weird to fight.
It's actually smaller than I thought it was going to be. Like in the trailer, it looks massive. It looks a bit small, but maybe it's just the crown size, basically.
Yeah. It is interesting as well. It just has the 4 legs.
Yeah, it's not a true spider.
Oh, luring pod.
Somewhere for a new for a turf war or something.
So, we got a little bit of the map there, but that's a frame I'm gonna be analyzing later down the line. I'm definitely seeing like paratoads. I'm seeing some vine traps still. A lot of resources. A Deshagama that he's going to go towards. We're gonna get a turf war of Deshagama, I reckon then.
Could it be an alpha in a trailer? Yeah, maybe it's a. I keep on forgetting that's a system, but yeah, definitely it could have been an alpha in a trailer. That's why it looked like so much bigger. And maybe those are the monsters that we focus on for like our key quest essentially. Oh, is this actually going to happen?
Actual turf war, or are they just attacking?
Whoa!
Oh, just attacking at the moment. Oh, there it is.
Oh, it's actually happening. There's the turf war.
Oh, jumped on.
Oh.
3 ticks of 144. Oh, he yeeted him. 308 damage.
Oh no, got ruined. We didn't see actually the damage on this one.
Ooh. But he did hit the paralysis when running away.
Yeah. That was a full-on hit and run.
It's a super weird monster. It does look really fun to fight. So I'm guessing maybe paralysis weapons will come from this guy.
Yeah, it's actually really nice seeing this area. I feel like it feels more like world seeing it in this area because it's like basically the ancient forest with red water, essentially. It'd be nice to see the other sections that are more bright, like the ones that we saw in the trailer with like the fishing and all of that stuff as well. But it looks like they're going to there now just to kind of demonstrate the different sections of the map.
I just love that we're actually seeing more of this zone just to get a better feel for it. Like you say, it is very ancient foresty. I think it looked like he just like, oh, he's gonna go for the mount and got clumped mid-air. So you see those little paralysis like buds, they're freaking just flying out of him all the time.
Yeah.
Even as it was moving, it was releasing them behind it. So you have to be really careful.
The interesting thing, if you look in the top left of the UI, you can actually see like how much paralysis is like built up on you as well. So that's a new kind of UI thing, right? Yeah, there you go. And it tells you.
And it's got the time on it. Oh my, that's a really good observation. So it might be slightly hard to see, obviously, with the restream. But just above the health bar, when it's not there now, but when it was there, it would fill up the paralysis icon, and then you can shoot them as well, like to get rid of them.
That's cool.
And yeah, it has the exact seconds that you're paralyzed for, which is really cool. On that topic, someone says, how are we feeling about the new health and stamina bar with the visual effect of the waviness? They find it a bit annoying. Well, just to say the waviness, in terms of the incoming attacks, there is a setting that you can disable that. So if that big wavy warning thing is like distracting and annoying, you can just get rid of that, no problem. So putting that to the side, because disabling it just alleviates any concerns that people will have with it. The actual base health bar and stamina bar, I don't mind too much. It's a big departure from what we're used to. But you know, we've done a few hunts back at Gamescom, and you just get used to it, and it serves its purpose of showing you how much health you have. So, how about
it's quite visually interesting. Like I like it, and I don't mind that it shows the warning. Obviously, it makes the game a bit more casual friendly in that way, so I can see why hardcore people that want that kind of inconvenience or that difficulty there might not like it. But me personally, just from a visual standpoint, I've always liked that kind of like pulsy, wavy look on just visuals in games and UIs, so I don't mind it so much, and I kind of really like it, to be honest.
Oh, we got the focus strike.
Wow.
BT.
That's the weird thing about fighting a monster like this, where it could just like take up a leg randomly and just like it just jab you essentially. Is that the sharpness meter in the top left? Yes, it is the sharpness meter. And now in Wilds, you can actually just sharpen, and it will gradually like increase. So every time that you sharpen your sword, every swipe of the whetstone on the actual weapon will actually give you a small bit of bar until it's actually fully complete, and it'll give you a bunch.
It's a potential game changer for certain builds that maybe like are sharpness heavy, because all game buffs through sharpening. We're yet to like test it out because obviously we don't have the game. But if you can gain those sorts of buffs just from the first scratch of a sharpen, then that's gonna be pretty good. So this is the actual like boss area.
This is like the Lala Brunner like nest, I'm guessing, because this is what we saw in the trailer, and you can see all like the thread things that it drops down.
ステージですねこれもうね。言ったらね。
I got some bones. Just like me, a gather goblin.
の色だったり、基本的にはこの火の森で生息しているので、ああいう色になってる感じです。
はい。ちなみにこれも初出す情報ですけど。
This would be where I would imagine the alpha would go. At least, if not immediately, like just being in there. Maybe at some point when you're fighting it, it sort of retreats to its den, you know.
ですので、肉食モンスターが運び込むような場所にはたくさん骨塚が発生したりしますので、その辺もちょっとご注目ください。一旦
It's definitely a live demo because they're like sitting around waiting for it to come. Like they didn't anticipate that.
はい。また別のところをお見せします。
ちょっと準備します。
はい。
So I'm assuming they're getting it ready for the next demonstration. Yeah.
気になってたんですけど。
What does guys in chat? What does everyone think of the Scarlet Forest so far? Now that we've actually seen a little bit more of it. They love these Yankee plushes.
It's really cool.
The eyes are kind of creepy though, with the buttons being like sewn into the eyes.
The thing is, they've got all of these collaborations for the 20th anniversary, and some of them are like really just going out to sell quite quickly. There's like the Puma stuff that you can see Ryozo wearing. There's the collaboration between like Transformers, and then there's the Digimon collaboration that has over 30 monsters that you can actually get, including like a Zenoga and like Rathalos Digimon, and those are already like sold out at places as well. So if you're trying to get your hands on those.
Whoa! Oh, the Lala Brina Palico armor. That is a lot of hair. Did anyone actually manage to secure one of those Digimon Monster Hunter crossover devices? Because they were just gone instantly. What are we seeing right now?
Whoa,
what is this screen?
Perfection.
Oh.
Perfection. That is sick. It looks clean.
It does, and the Sacred looks a bit different there too.
セクレト色ちょっと変わってるので、そういうのもできますので。
Oh, you got to see the Sacred like customization as well. So it's not just the Palico that you can customize. It's obviously the Sacred that you can customize, and we know some of the pre-order stuff you'll get that. But what is it? Sword and Shield? Sword and Shield? Yeah, Sword and Shield.
That's what the people have been wanting recently, right? Oh, the Lala Brina one is a giant needle. Look how massive that sword is for a Sword and Shield. What?
So that was the Scarlet Forest base camp that you actually see in there. So each individual area will have their base camp that you can kind of gather and get ready for stuff to go out and like craft all your weapons and whatever goodness that you want to do.
Note as well the alternate color of the Sacred here. So we already know that there is like, I don't think it's called layered armor. I think was it called decorations or something like or something like that in the deluxe edition. So we know that's already a thing with customizing your Sacred, but we can see here like, you know, a different fur patterned one. It's more like orangey yellow rather than the bluey purpley one.
You
Go
can
into
see
the same area.
I'm not too sure if this is the downpour state. It feels like it's probably the downpour state because you can see the current of the waters moving a little bit more rapidly, and you can see the oof Duna in the background.
There he is. So yeah, this guys is Uth Duna, the new Leviathan, which gives us hope for monsters like Laggy or other Leviathans that you want to see in the game. It's the apex of the Scarlet Forest, so it will usually only come out during the downpour. It has a sort of mechanic where it gives itself a protective veil with its like body fluid and the moisture in the air, which we don't know exactly what that does yet, but maybe we'll see a bit more of it here.
Very much like Almadron right now. But supposedly, even though it is quite a big monster, it can like move quite quickly around the place as well. So definitely going to be one of those monsters that might cause a few hunters out there some trouble. Fat Amatsu.
Look at this like crocodile guy with a freaking like hammerhead shark looking face.
So those are the ones that you can actually grab their fin off of basically and use it as a bleeding pod. So those are one of the new
Oh, the new pod types.
types that you can actually get. And,
I don't know if you saw just then. Look at the damage numbers.
Yeah, they're blurry. Is that the armor? So it is true.
That's the protective veil that he's got on. I'm gonna assume.
Are you sure? Because there's something in like the hunter's notes that says, oh, some moves go through armor and whatever, so maybe that's what it is. They've introduced a new mechanic where monsters have armor and then soft parts of their hide and damaging in them in different ways might do stuff. Or maybe it is just the veil.
It's either that or it's the protective veil. We'll probably find out soon. Oh, we saw. Oh no, he hit the small monsters there for the regular damage numbers. Because it looked like a sort of shield or a cracked shield as he was hitting those damage numbers.
Blue means like blood damage.
Regular numbers on the little small monster. Blue again on the Uthduna. I love the colors and the visuals of it.
Wow, it's pretty. Look at the
it is. It's super Namiel. Yeah, the downpours ended, so now we're in the plenty, and it's really nice to see that the monsters don't just immediately flee when the downpour or the sand tide like ends. So you won't like lose hunting the monster if that weather event changes. Like it's already there. It's gonna stay there.
さっきちょろっと出ましたけど、何も見てないです。見てないことにしといてくださいね。驚いてくださいね。
Wait, that's a conga, bro. That was a conga icon. I swear, I'm telling you.
I'm telling you,
that's it. Are we actually gonna see Congalala?
Arekkz is so happy for the conga. This conga.
We all knew he was there from that armor set, but it's great that they're confirming it. Yeah, it does. The Uthduna did actually remind me a little of Zamtrios as well, because it has that like inflating bit that it does. It's very moves around in a kind of similar way.
Congalala coat, true.
I think it was. Someone said Rajang, but I think it was Conga.
Look at the bird on the.
Oh, whoa! The ecology, the living world.
Ecology. That's what we like to see.
So even the plants are actually going to be doing something. Oh gosh, I'm getting big ancient forest vibes. I don't know if I can go through these vines again. Well, I forgot. Oh, you forget that you can glide because they don't show it very often. That's really cool. Oh, you can like dive mid. Oh, okay. It's looking. I'm liking that.
It's so much like more visually pleasing when it's like in the plenty.
There,
it is the Congolalas.
The Congolalas confirmed.
Get ready to get.
What is this area? Look, is that honey?
Honey.
That's a lot of honey. How many bugs do you need to make that much honey?
He's back. Let's go.
Look at his belly. Are you guys ready to get farted on? Oh yeah, eat the barrel.
Wow, look at all
this
the
is
different
cool.
stuff. So much detail, so nice in it. Oh, he's stinky. He's just got up and he's stinky. Stinky boy.
Oh, he's eating a poison mushroom.
The game of the year.
The game of the year right here.
Just someone sees this fart monster, it's just like game of the year.
Take my money. This was not. I did not actually. It makes complete sense that they would show Conga, but it was not something I was actually expecting. If that makes sense.
It was hinted at heavily from the Dual Blades armor reveal, weapon reveal, basically, because the armor you used in that was the Congalala armor, and we were all suspecting it was the updated armor, but now we finally kind of got confirmation that Congalala's back. And,
wait, this isn't. Wait, did he change to a charge blade, or was it the? Where's the sword and shield gone? I didn't even see him. He must have swapped it at some point.
True.
I love a bit of charge blade.
Wait, did you just swap on the fly? Or did we just miss the swap?
I think we missed it when he was riding.
Okay.
Because it's definite. The shield is different. He definitely had an SNS.
So it said in the top left-hand corner that there's 22 minutes left in the demo. So we've got 22 minutes more footage. So we might see even more monsters.
We're gonna get a turf war. He's luring him away. I'm telling you now. We're gonna see a Congalala turf war. How long has it been since there's been a new Congalala turf war? What is that? Look, the honey up there. Oh, the bee trap.
The bee trap.
Get him, boys. You can make like a whole little bee army.
Does it poison? Is it poison? Oh, it does poison. That's pretty cool.
No, that's the poison from the mushroom he ate, right? Or is it? Or is it? No, is he taking poison?
Oh no!
Oh.
That fart noise.
Oh no!
Is that you, Paradox?
I wish it was, but sadly it was not. Oh no. Why does it look the same as what came out the other end?
I don't know.
Oh, I think he was eating like a blast cap or a nitro shroom or something.
Oh. Unique mechanics.
The particle effects look pretty good as well.
Very good. It's so nice seeing it updated. This is one of the first monsters that was actually a wall when I originally started playing my first ever Monster Hunter. Like I didn't know what I was doing, but then I came back. And
oh, 2 seconds! Did you just see that weak point flash up for a second there?
Oh no! What's up with them and their butts?
Oh no! So guys, he just did that big fart attack, and his butt glowed red, which means it's a weak point, which means you can do a focus strike on it.
Not sure how I feel about that one, to be honest.
Oh wait, mid-combat fast travel? That wasn't. That wasn't a Farcaster. That was just straight up fast travel from the map. What the heck? I'm confused about that.
I guess because it's more of an open game, it makes sense. But normally, even in open games, you disengage from the monster or run out the zone before you can do that. So.
Oh yeah, actually he is using a charge blade, and we know the focus strike for the charge blade is that big chainsaw.
Going back to get a gun lance now. Ah, the Palico looks so cute on the side.
Do you see the little clock in the very top right above the Palico? That's like a little hatching creature.
Sometimes it actually zooms into it after you actually do like your eating as well, so super interesting.
I can't remember what those creatures are called. They're like a little puffball, and you would capture. They were like rare in Monster Hunter World. They had a name, and they would be. I think they'd be on certain monsters' back, and it was a rare, like a rare spawn.
Leg tattoo. Oh yeah, you can see like a leg tattoo. That's pretty cool. Or is that like just the tights?
It might be the tights, to be honest. Oh, this is one of the areas we saw the Guna fight in the trailer.
Fish. Ryozo's favorite thing to do.
That spike was interactable, the one out in the water. There's an icon for it on the minimap as well, but I can't tell exactly what it is.
There we go.
The real end game.
The same fishing system.
So the fishy go, yeah, it looks pretty similar.
Or like pull left and right.
It looks pretty much the same. Wait, times 5? Was that sushi fish? That gives you the scales that you used to sharpen? It gave 5. Wait, that's a big fish there. He's got to get that one.
Did it always give you the size of the fish on the right as well, though? I'm not 100% on remembering that. Yeah.
Oh no, there is a little bit more. I don't remember. No, it did have something like this.
Whoa, big
Oh,
fish.
this is a big boy. Yeah, this might be like a tuna fish or something. Don't you lose it.
Back in
This
the
is
day
a
on
long
Dreamcast,
time.
This would have been a whole game by itself. Big fishing.
True.
まだか。
もうちょいもうちょい
もうね、やってる方は本当に楽しいです。
You know how much pressure the dev must be under doing this as well, because when you're doing like finicky mini games and people are watching you, but he did it, yeah.
Yo, he got a part.
はい。
That is big.
もう手に持てない
And
サ
parts
イズ
that
に
you
ま
use
で
for crafting. A lot of like the
大
good
きくなりました。
secret armor pieces actually came from like
で今
side
大
bits
食い
like
マグロ
this
今までもいた種類になりますけど、
in Rise
こ
as
の
well, so they might have like
地獄
kept that as a
釣れる
as a
対象
trend.
点たくさん用意してますので、
So you might need to go
こちらの
fishing,
ご期待
even though it
いただければ
doesn't
と
look
思います。
particularly exciting to you. You might need to do it to get some like, good
最後に
はい。
meta level armor pieces.
Although we were obviously paying attention to the fish and the fishing, because the camera was quite close to the armor, the actual details on the armor set, that Lala Brina set, are pretty insane.
モリバーの
Yeah, like,
アジとなります
Just the whole thing is properly detailed.
話しかけた
And we
Oh,
get to
the
see
Woodwards!
人族のモリバー
My favorite.
この遺跡のようなところにもう
What was that? I think it was, yeah.
まあ身にまとったり食べて行ったりっていう感じで生活してるやつらですね。
Is that like a vendor? There's definitely icons to interact with them.
非常に低いんですけど、まあ彼らはこういう巨人、こういうところで住んでるって感じですね。はい。
仲良くなるとクナファ村とかと同じくですけど持ち物の交換ができるようになったりとか、その施設機能としても使えるようにもなったりもしていきます。
はい。
I'm guessing there'll probably be like little things that you can do to interact and unlock like more Palico gear and additional like resources as well.
はい。
I'll be really interested to see what new Palico gear we have.
ここにいるだけじゃなくて
I'm expecting obviously certain ones to return. We already know the Palico shock trap and figure wasp is in the game, but hopefully there'll be some like entirely brand new Palico gear that will just sort of be like fun to look at or do something interesting in the actual fight.
They made the climbing animation so much faster. That was one of the most annoying things in like World in the ancient forest, climbing up all of that stuff. Obviously, like, jump to skip a bit, but yeah.
This is the area where they lit the fire and we're having a meal in the trailer. So that's pretty cool to see it. Also, this whole area is in one of the ruins that you kind of see throughout the Scarlet Forest, which I think is meant to be like the ruins of an ancient civilization or something like that.
Yeah, and basically where we saw the Yankakus from like yesterday up at the top bit, so maybe it all extends out into that area.
その間どうしようかな。
もうちょっと
もうちょっと
もうちょい
ちょっとってどれくらいだろう。
もうでも日が
I think that's really like
じゃあ
interesting to me is just like how free you are at fast traveling around the map as well. You can literally just get to the monsters and get to any locations that you want to as quickly as possible. But you can see, I'm guessing this is like the full simulation. You can see the Woodwards will just do their own builds whenever they want to,
これで
regardless of what you're doing as well.
でもうちょっとで多分火がまた。
Oh, that icon next to where they're all just sat for the food looks like you would give it some meat or something. So maybe you can do like a meal here with them, and maybe you get some extra buffs or something.
してこういう星空が広がって
アルマも来ました。
気持ちいいですね。はい。
Oh, is this PC or PS5? I'm going to assume PS5, but we really don't know. They didn't actually show it.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's playing on a PS5 controller.
But maybe that's why it looks smoother than what we played. Maybe they're playing on PC but using a PS5 controller.
割とするんで。
I mean, it could be. It's definitely a different build.
Yeah.
Even just from seeing the actual like main menu, like load, like save screen.
準備中ですね。で、キャンプファイヤー出てるときは、
はい。
いわゆる
Go on, press X.
よろず焼きみたいなワールド時のよろず焼きのような機能で、いろんなものを渡して焼き物をしてくれる、機能とかも。
He's teasing us. Is he not going to press X?
Look how many there are. They've all just come to like you gotta give them some food here now.
Oh, they've lit up
Wow.
the gatherings of the Woodwards. The dynamic.
They remind me of
Dynamic
The
event.
この場
Ewoks.
所覚えていただければと思います。モリバーと交流できますので。
はい。ぜひ。
はい。ところで、
って感じですかね。
はい。
次プレイは以上になります。
はい。
ありがとうございます。初めてでこんなにじっ
Is
く
there
り
still
見れ
more
た
time?
の
Or
なん
is it
かあん
over?
まり今までなかった気がし
What
ま
was
す。
that? Don't tell me that was everything. He's not at the desk. We'll have to. We'll give it a couple. We'll have to wait and see.
実機プレイの方は以上となります。では辻本さん、ここからは商品情報。
What do people in chat theorize that sort of Woodward meal thing was? Because it definitely had like a meat icon. So I'm gonna assume you give them some meat, they cook up a meal, you get some buffs, maybe you get some extra buffs, or it raises reputation with them or something.
そしてですね、モンスターハンターワイルドの通常版に加えておすすめのダウンロードコンテンツ。
You want to switch over to the other stream and see what they're saying?
Yeah, that's a good idea actually. We're gonna switch over to the to Joe and Jono, the restream that they're doing.
Honestly, it's awesome. Me and Joe have been watching chat on Twitch and YouTube. Your excitement, your hype to the reactions and the reveals and things you spied has been incredible. So shout out to the community because it's either very, very early where you are probably or quite late. So
It is, Jono. It is 5:40 a.m.
Yeah, it's 9
The real Monster Hunter fans are up now, 2-6, aren't they?
Hopefully, you guys. What did you guys think of our like commentary? Because we don't know what's going on. We kind of have a top level like understanding of like what's going on in the game from stuff that we've researched and stuff like that. But we didn't have any pre knowledge.
We didn't get the notes and the translations. You know, we're just telling you guys what. Yeah.
who have been showing us this game.
Hopefully it was
live,
interesting, guys,
like,
and we got to see a bunch of new monsters and give some
yeah.
insight because we have played the game at least at Gamescom a couple times.
Yeah.
We're sat, we're chilling. You know, we're just talking about what's happening. The team are cooking live. You know, everything you saw there was happening super fresh. So yeah, oh my goodness, all the different time zones coming in chat as well.
Oh man, yeah. Thanks everybody. We
Demo's
really
100% going to be at
appreciate
Game Awards.
support.
Yeah, we suspect that the demo's going to come kind of like early
English,
January
not
to.
translation, but essentially,
They're going to do an early January like demo, and then maybe another demo at the start of February, because that keeps up with the timeline of what we basically had for World. Because World, we essentially had a demo in December, like around December, late December, and then early
is available to pre-order now as well.
early January, about like 2 weeks before the actual release
ahead
of
of
the game.
launch with a pre-order and or a wish list. And obviously there's like some pre-order bonus.
Oh, no, it's those two with the bad
layered armor.
This is official like English Capcom
you on your way at the start of the game.
Yeah, and I believe if you pre-order on PlayStation,
and these are the community managers, by the way. If you don't know them, one on the right is Jono, which is the kind of European EMA.
Right. Well, with that, Jono, we should let you go back to sleep.
But that's Jono, and then you've got the US community manager, which is Joe as well. You might have seen them on the various podcasts that they've been on. I think like Huracan, Peppo, Nix has had them on there as well. So they are your community managers. So yeah.
John, thanks for waking up super early.
It looks like they're wrapping up. Let's move over back to the other one real quick. We'll do a little debrief. Go back live.
So what were your highlights of that?
Got me Congalala, little Congalala hunt. Yeah, it was really cool to see more of the Scarlet Forest. It was really cool to see some actual Lala Barina like gameplay in terms of like hunting it for a short period of time, and obviously having Conga actually be shown, and again also a bit of gameplay for that, particularly with the red wound point right in the in the back. But there was various little tidbits throughout that. That was kind of cool. I was really hoping and expecting to see some Arkveld gameplay and maybe a little bit of action. So I'm a little disappointed over that, but I'm pretty happy with the new stuff that we've seen, and I'm also pretty pleased with the Congalala, yeah. Well, how about you?
I kind of like the beats that they're going for. I don't think we needed to see Arkveld today. It's just nice seeing the new area and really exploring it and seeing what we're going to get into, and kind of really seeing an area that we had in World with the Ancient Forest as well. So we did get to see a completely new returning monster that we kind of suspected it was going to be in a game, and we got to see Ufduna and Lala Barina for what they actually are going to be and how they actually are in like combat as well, and a couple of mechanics that we didn't actually know were going to be in the game, and how free and fluid the game was going to be. And if there was any doubt on if the game is seamless open world-ish game, and now you can actually see it. It basically functions like the Guiding Lands or any open world game where you continually unlock areas you can go back and forth between them just by like running back and forth. So it's going to be interesting to see how that impacts the game on a core level, if we're going to be able to hunt monsters between areas and all of that cool stuff. But I'm looking at this Zenoga right now. I'm just like, why do we not get cool stuff like this?
We never get these kind of things over here, guys. Like we see these cool dioramas and massive monsters. We very rarely get them over here, so it's cool to at least see the pictures of them. There was a few little things in that gameplay as well that sort of stood out, with like the blue shield icon hitting Uthduna, whether maybe that it was the protective veil. It was cool to see. I've blanked now, but there was a couple more points I wanted to. Can you remember any of the little small details? There's a couple more things I wanted to point out, but I've blanked now. But the actual blue protective veil damage was interesting.
The florets from Lala Brenner, and seeing the paralysis kind of pop off in the top left hand corner to see when you're actually going to be filled up with status is really cool. So you can kind of more control when you use your null berries or any of those items as well, because you know, okay, I'm just about to get to being fully statusfied, basically. You can pop those and then you can see how long you actually have in it as well, which is pretty cool. But hey, you actually get to see one of the it's really awesome, and this is the Fender collaboration between Monster Hunter for the 20th anniversary. And I'm not a guitar player myself or someone that plays instruments, but that box, which is like the supply box, looks so cool.
It does. I love the 3 scratch as well. Yeah, the special, like the limited version is this one here with the scratch and the special Monster Hunter box. And you know, it just looks amazing. You know, if you got any extra of those nice looking Monster Hunter guitars with the nice box, we'll take a look. We'll see what we can do.
If I had that.
Yeah. No, yeah, it was really cool. I think something that actually stood out to me that they do a lot in these demos, which is something that we can probably take advantage of in game ourselves, is using the luring pods to basically kind of like almost force a turf war. So lure that monster over to another monster, and then it's very likely it looks like a turf war will kick off. So that was one of the things that like in World wasn't like super easy to do. Like you'd have to like enrage a monster to red eye it and then run to another zone, and then it was like a chance at a turf war, and it probably still is a chance, but it looked like maybe it was a little technical settings that they had it so that it was more likely to occur, but it looked like they were pretty much happening every time you brought them together.
And we also got to see the chicken monster. I always forget the name of the chicken monster, but that wasn't Chemistries. That wasn't a monster that we were necessarily suspecting that we would see in this demo. So it's nice to see that they actually demonstrated that. The details on that are pretty nuts. Probably, I don't know. What is your favorite monster reveal so far? Is it Raydal? Is it Uthduna? Is it Arkveld?
I mean, my most hype is definitely Arkveld at the moment. But in terms of like the actual gameplay that we've seen, it would be Raydal, because it's a freaking awesome fight. You know, we fought it a little bit at Gamescom. So I'm excited to see how Arkveld actually is in terms of the actual gameplay, rather than just the sort of cutscenes that we've seen. Well, I think.
Oh yeah, true.
I think we're not going to get any more gameplay now. I believe that's it since the UK stream is kind of wrapped up. So, any last questions in chat, or 26? Any last points to bring up?
No, that's it. Like I think that was a good stream. It definitely. I think it's nice to see them not revealing absolutely everything all at once as well. So we're kind of left wanting to see more Arkveld and all of that cool stuff. And we got to see like another armor set. We got to see the Woodwards. We got to see a bunch of stuff that was exciting to see. And it's always good that the devs can actually play the game as well. Like, guys, we're in a franchise where the devs can go on and actually like just body monsters and just have a bit of
live.
Live. These are the head guys, and that's what probably makes Monster Hunter one of the more special franchises. They're in the mix playing the game, knowing what makes it actually fun. So yeah.
Also, guys, if you because there have been a few comments throughout, and it is obviously the talk of the community at the moment with the sort of PC specs. We do have a video on the channel going over all of our thoughts, the rundown, why they are what they are, and what we think of it, and all of that kind of stuff. So If you want to get our opinions, that is on the channel. And we also recently put out some sword and shield and heavy bowgun gameplay that was particularly spicy with some really cool small details in there. So if you are a sword and shield player or just interested in learning some wacky stuff that you can do with the focus strike and mid-air cancels and stuff like that, we do have that on the channel. If you have enjoyed the stream or just our content in general, hit the like button below because it really helps out. Obviously, we're trying to do more of these streams for you guys so that you can get the commentary, the inside look, and be up to date with all things Monster Hunter. We will have some more videos coming to you very soon as well, so make sure you are locked in and subscribed below. But aside from that, thank you for joining, everyone. That's going to be all for this stream, but there will be videos coming soon, so make sure you're subscribed for more videos on your favorite games coming very, very soon.
Bye-bye.